Hi, everyone. How are you all? Thank you very much for joining the CIMA SCS with AZB introductory session. I'd like to get started. All right. So I have a pitch for you today. And to start with, this is definitely the February 2021 exam focused SCS coaching session. First of all, who am I? So my name is, as you can see, Azman Branudeen, and today I have a few roles that I play in my career. But today I'm meeting you as your CIMA SCS coach, and I use coach in a sort of like a special sense. It's not lecturer, it's not teacher, it's not mentor, it's coach. Any of you who have done E2, you know the difference between executive coaching, executive mentoring, lecturing, teaching, training, instructing. So yes, I do consider this as a coaching program, and so I am your SCS coach. Um, but I want to now take your attention to yourself. That is where I want to start. Let's ask a few interesting questions about you. First one, as what are you here? And for me, and in your association to me and my sessions, I think the answer is quite simple. You are here as a professional who is also a CIMA finalist. So you're going to face the final hurdle in your CIMA journey. After this, it's done and dusted. Exams are over. But for what are you here? Again, simple answer. You're here to understand CIMA's strategic case study, that final hurdle. But why here? That's the $1 million question. Obviously, I invited many of you, and some of you had kind of inquired. So we all met in a very personal manner. So as far as this particular reason is concerned, I think you're here to see if this particular coaching program can help you pass the exam. And then comes the question, why do you need to pass the exam? So I know it's a bit of a lame question to ask when you think about it. But I really, this is a question I always like to start any of my lecturing or teaching sessions when I start. Uh, in this particular case, you want to get your transcript, a complete one, and you want to get your certificates. And obviously, you want to get the letter of good standing. In fact, I would like to show you mine. So I hope this motivates you. So this is my CIMA transcript. In fact, it's actually funny when you look at some of the results here. I finished CIMA a long time ago, and this is the ACMA certificate I received. Um, that entitled me to use the description chartered management accountant. I got it on the 10th of September 2015. And fortunately, I also became an ACMA the year that CIMA partnered with AICPA, the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants. So I have this certificate with me, which is basically allows me and entitles me to hold and use the designation Chartered Global Management Accountant. So these are the couple of certificates you're looking for. I am due on my fellowship, and I think I haven't really had the time. I'm looking forward to getting it this year. And finally, of course, the letter of good standing that they say, where especially with respect to any kind of proof you want to offer, migration, professional career, promotions, advancements, if anybody wants proof and they want proof of your current membership, here you go. I just got this this week. They say we have had no disciplinary sanctions held against us and is a member in good standing. So this is it. These are the final proof documents that you receive. That's one thing that you usually expect when you pass this exam, obviously after completing your PER. And then obviously you also want to be able to say, like how I can say, I am Azman Branudeen, I am an ACMA and a CGMA. So hopefully I will be able to help you achieve these incredible and powerful documents in a certain scope. But why do we look for this? Why do we try to get these things? For me, if I try to summarize it, I believe that I've worked with a number of students who use this as their promotional, as something to prove to their contemporaries, to their peers, to get their promotion, self-fulfillment, recognition. I know learning and growth, definitely, it is something that I value a lot. And to stay relevant and to be able to remain competent among, especially among your peers and contemporaries. And CIMA respects that. CIMA understands it. CIMA values it very much. CIMA actually wants their graduates to be the top tier people, the cream of the accountants globally. So this is, I hope that at least a majority of you subscribe to these answers. You connect to these answers in that respect. Then I can start asking some other important questions. The first thing I want to try and do is to understand the SCS itself. And finally, I have a letter from one of our investors asking whether the incident will impact on the valuation of the business. So business valuation, and whether something like this, something that happened in the physical world, a driverless car incident, or rather in this case, an accident, what is the impact it's going to have on your business value? Will it be detrimental? Can we turn it around? Do you see any risks? Please draft some brief notes. So this is my attempt, a simple one, but my attempt to make you think whether you are capable of addressing a wide scope, a wide array of line of questioning the CIMA examiner always very impressively does through the 6 or 7 or 8 variants the examiner comes up with. On that note, now it's a 3-hour writing test. You're supposed to write answers to all these kind of questions. That's the thing. Even if you're able to think, even if you're able to verbally present, won't help. You're supposed to be able to write. And finally, the imaginary company, I think CIMA as a global professional qualification has done wonderfully in this space. These are some case studies that I worked very closely on with my batches. We've had a lot of fun, and I must actually, I value all that experience. And in this case, in your case, February 2021, very well. Just a kind reminder, Knowledge City Technology Park. I think CIMA has done some very innovative businesses, over the years with their pre-scenes, some wonderful work. But this, the fact that they chose something like this, it was incredible. This is sort of like the holy grail of testing, where the examiner tests you on a set of co-activities. If you notice here, you've got, it's actually very well designed for a syllabus: strategy, ecosystem and environment, financing, risk, and control. These are the 5 co-activities. So the examiner wants to know if you're good, right? If you're competent in all of these areas. In fact, that is the way the examiner matches or links the test to the strategic level CIMA syllabus content. All the 5 activities are given equal weightage. So you're expected to showcase an all-rounder performance. And if you look at the strategic level blueprint that is issued by CIMA, they say that they want the CIMA graduate to be impactful and influential. So how impactful can you be? How influential can you be? Definitely not without the capability. And nobody is going to listen to you, or nobody is going to value you. That is what those certificates do. They tell people that you are someone who's followed through and who's completed these hurdles. So you know what you're talking about. In fact, if you look at the syllabus, just a reminder for anyone who is unfamiliar, this is basically all E3. This is F3. And this content is all from P3. That is how CIMA strategic level syllabus content is linked to this test. So yes, you have to have a good level of competence across the board with respect to the strategic level OTQ content, because that is exactly what the examiner is testing you. The final question that I wanted to kind of address here is, why would you work with me? Right? Why CIMA SCS with AZB? That is how I usually coin this session. And I think I have about 5 reasons why you should consider me to be your SCS coach. First one is the live sessions themselves. The third reason I have is my expertise and hopefully the proven track record of excellence. There are a couple of playlists. So this is the playlist I created for the Feb 2021 exam, and there has been a massive positive response. And already 558 views. I've got so many emails from students who have been thanking me, and I'm so humbled. I created another playlist with a lot of tools, and this is where I want to make something, assign something to you. These 2 videos, 7 critical tips for writing the CIMA SCS, and 5 reasons why students fail the SCS exam. These are a must watch. I mean, I created them with a lot of care. These are a must watch. These are like, they are a must. There's a actual compulsory intelligence you need in those 2 videos for you to write this paper. Whether you work with me or whoever else, or whether you're a self-study student, this is definitely going to help you. So I hope you utilize that. How will you help and support people with no experience with CIMA, as I took exemptions to write SCS? So that's the thing, Olulade. I hope it was made clear. So my revision, the revision work, one thing is I've decided throughout the entire live sessions, I'm going to go through the P3 content, so that any knowledge gaps there is addressed. Other than that, you have access to a revision set of revision content, about 6 to 7 videos on each of the subjects. None of the videos are longer than 1 hour, and that is how you can revise. And I don't see, the problem is this. uh, Actually, the majority of the students or learning partners I work with are from exemption routes, are from the executive routes or the MBA routes. So anyway, the program is designed to senior members. So the program is designed for that exact, for those of you who have come from exemption routes. So all that will be taken care of, especially if your worry is on the revision content, that will be taken care of. No problem at all there. As you see, you get access to the revision folder, you can work on that. Our live sessions are designed to close any other doubts, problems you may have. I hope that answers your question. What we meant by marks for integration in the blueprint for SCS, marks for integration. So this idea of integration, right? Integration. I think it's important. I talk about this in the YouTube videos as well. And if you have ever attended my writing coaching sessions, the free ones I do, but this is the thing. With respect to integration, it finally boils down to whether you are answering the examiner's requirement. Okay. So when you answer the examiner's requirement, if the question is about analyzing the environment, if that is the question, but in analyzing the environment, you see a ethical concern, you must raise that point. That is where integration comes in. In fact, the subtasks have a very specific co-activity out of the 5, very specific co-activity assigned. That is how it usually works now. So integration is not a sort of like a competence that we need to work on. It is something that is embedded within the way you write. As long as you answer the examiner's expectation, you're good. There is no doubt about that. Do the revision video link directly to the pre-seen in the question, or is it just generic F3, P3, E3 revision? The revision content, right? The syllabus revision content is the syllabus, right? Is what you're supposed to know. Everything, all the areas addressed, the syllabus itself. There is no link to the pre-seen. In the revision content folder, the content you find. The links that we create, especially, I'm hoping to at least discuss about 10 sample triggers this time in the live sessions. that knowledge you bring it in. See, I don't train you to face a particular situation. I train you, I coach you to face any situation. That's where I have to train you. You don't know what the variant is going to be. It's very dangerous to spot questions with SCS, because one thing I want to say, something, if I can be honest, and something deeply heartfelt, is that you trusted me and you are here. I want, in fact, literally, I want all of you to join hands with me and work with me. That is why I designed option 2, option, yes, the compact option as well, to help anyone go through. That is why I asked you not to make the fee a priority in deciding what you want to do. This is education, and I'm literally asking you not only to invest your money, but effort. I'm asking you to trust me, effort, and your time. So these are not things that one would plainly ask from another. These are important things: money, time, and effort. So what I can promise you is that I will work twice as much as you push me. I will work twice as hard and help you get through this. And something I can tell you is, in the process, okay, in the process, I teach this, the process that you take home, you can not only apply to SCS, you can apply to other things. Um, I hope all of you are safe with all the challenges. 2021, it's a continuous flow like a river. There's no big cut between, day before yesterday and this new year. But this can be a milestone for you. Let's get 2021. One of the first things you do in the first quarter is getting through this paper, becoming a CIMA qualified. And in that journey, having worked with Azman, just your SCS coach. There you go. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. I will see you soon.